Go back and watch that if you missed it, but wasn't G2's best day either. But again, I think things will be different today for Latin America.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is going to be a good match between these two, hopefully, especially on Consulate. Pretty balanced map overall. I'm not sure which side they're going to be starting. I think INTZ is going to be starting on defense.
Yeah.
So
like
that should be fun. We have seen a bit of variety too in where people want to start. You know, down, some all the way down in garage, some in lobby, some in console office. There's not really right now, I'd say, like a hugely defining starting bomb site, which I think has made it a little more variable to watch this.
Yeah, I think still, even with the lobby defense, we all know that you still have to hold on to that top floor. So it's not like you can completely forego it.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Find the biohazard container location.
Do the top down clear, right? Regardless. So yeah, the ones that don't rush yellow stairs, basically. Well, in this case, IQ will be the first operator banned, so I'd assume that Valkyrie will be 100% banned. Otherwise, INZ will have a huge advantage starting on one side. MIDR is practically forced into that defensive plan. Thatcher is going to get removed. This is, we are playing the Latin America. First of all, Thatcher is an overall great operator ban on Consulate if you really want to limit the attackers.
10 seconds before insertion.
So they would literally play post
Nice and done. The biohazard container has been located. 5 seconds to insertion. Biohazard container located. Proceeding with location.
That's what I don't get, because INTZ were the ones that banned IQ. Alright, well, I mean, we talked about this before. It was odd that in some of the games we saw in the first play of Latin America, Valkyrie wasn't touched at all. Yeah, it sometimes comes in waves, it seems like, for some reason, but Valkyrie's, you know, somewhat of a high pick, you know, since it came out. It's just so useful to have the extra games. We'd actually obviously the new Jamerson
Friendly operator remaining.
Thatcher gives a little more work to get those cleared, but still doable. But they do have the tide, so probably not necessary to do that. You can have that option if you want.
It's going to be more than enough. I'm sure, of course, their skins to combine.
Might be used to help defend the adapters as well, as you see the
We have been eliminated.
The skins will probably just hang out somewhere in the drawer, around the map somewhere.
Or in your drawer, in your strip set. And yeah, that combination between the five is going to be really huge, to say the least. Being able to counter anything that comes the way of Garage is fantastic, but I think a lot more than that is controlling the top floor. If you have that, then you can really pressure those attackers to make sure that they don't destroy those jammers or the electro claws super easily.
Yeah, you'd kind of almost rather have the mute and the Mozzie when you see Twitch and play because of that there.
Exactly, I completely agree with it. And I love this from MIBR to just bring the Twitch as a response.
I mean, to be fair, so the Twitch, they saw the Twitch, 6 pick to the mute, and they put a mute jammer right by the drone hatch. I think specifically to deny the Twitch drone from coming in.
Yeah, so it's not going to be that easy.
No, but it could still sneak it from yellow stairs if they haven't put one there. Always interesting to see a Legion with a bulletproof camera too. So that's because impacts are very handy
goodness,
to have around
the Nightman coming.
But still, it's good to have those extra cams, especially if you're not going to be playing
I
Maestro.
can shoot that at 4 man.
Maestro.
I couldn't choose my op though. I don't play
No, that's okay.
Operators all the time. Yeah.
That's okay. We had like 3 people leave, so.
Here we are.
MIBR is going to
Yeah.
come in and drone the top floor. Novi's taking a bit of damage. You hear the F2 rattling off on the other side of the map. And Bullets watching for crosses. Oh, there's the Nitro. He called him up for himself.
Hey guys, I think I hear something on the floor.
Watch me die.
It's true. She looks like
huge Nitro cell there
from Shrek 2 when he becomes human.
And INTZ are going to take a pretty substantial lead here. The Zofia
We need to locate a bomb.
Big,
Put out for the second half of that joke.
I like that extra bit of hole setup there. It's not one you see very common to set up an angle down there on the doorway.
This case, nobody is actually one of the recharges, so.
I thought he was homeless.
I think recharges right now are definitely a big.
Drone has located a
He's
bomb.
going to have to use that F2 to spray himself into back. Of course, not having that extra 5 bullets. They're going to hurt this push. That's a little bit more than the bullets.
Jumps did take a little bit of damage, but yeah, it's
Drunk screaming those 5 bullets back.
10 seconds to go.
But overall, there's the war push
Down
here
to
so far
bomb.
by NLB.
5 seconds.
One of the kills is via C4, the other one just a lost gunfight and vertical play. We are managing
Proceed to
get
bomb's
some utility
location
there,
and
but
defuse it.
I think they will likely keep this garage open. Down to less than a minute now, and we've only been in the push. No smoke, no cover. We do have air jacks, got some rotations off and some stuns to throw. Possibly some nades left inside the pocket, but it's not a ton of utility to make this happen.
Oh, great shot. That's such a great shot. That's the power of the ARX, right?
And it's worth getting the kite down as well. The TCFG is brutal.
There's Block Wire being eliminated on yellow. And the wall being forced out. The Thermite punch. 2 players down here at MIBR. It's going to make it a bit more difficult. You can't stun lock crowd control as easily just because they'll get it not big. Fortunately, there's no echo to worry about. The engine is a bit further back. Gonna watch the boxes behind the white band. There's nobody there. Gonna be watching, unfortunately, a bit too far back. They're able to down one defender, but Cyber's on the floor. He's dead, and unfortunately, the Nomad is a bit too far back. INTZ went off of time, so the future literally fell at the garage door itself.
Yeah, definitely not a great situation to be in. And I like the mobile camera time on Legion carrying that. He had that over there on the wall right next to the white van facing towards the common plant. Yes, it would go for a smoke plant, but the dead players of INTZ, we're going to be watching that camera and making sure they didn't have to take it. That's why you saw INTZ playing so passively towards the end. They were just waiting for the right moment to go to the fusion plant and stop it. They just went on time. They didn't have to take a ton of gunfights, even though they had a one-man advantage. And that's a smart way to play it. Take advantage of your intel, know when to peek, and then with that big of a man advantage as well, they can't cover a ton of different angles.
Op 4 eliminated.
Like,
Just smartly played. We are going to see that archive colors I was talking about, so nice to see that as well. I think the site's developing.
I didn't even see an enemy that
Growing as a
that
more
entire
popular
match,
site
so
to choose.
good
We
job.
also saw Bar in stock last play day as well on Clubhouse. So it's nice to see these more off sites getting expanded and played more, and that's why they were added. You know, these were extra sites. Bar stock wasn't, but it was changed in a buff. So it's just good to see. Like, I'd like to see a bit more variety in what we have in console. It's great for that. So far, INTZ having 3 kills and 1 kill on the side of MIBR. Not a great start for them. There's one of those Valkyrie cams that you wish you had the IQ to spot as well, hanging out on a tree there. Like little coconuts.
Those would be very expensive coconuts, to say the least.
Worth it though. Like nanny cam coconuts.
Artificial inflation. So that's how it works. I get it now. It's the coconuts instead of the cameras.
Basically.
Or an economist star.
The pulse as well should be helpful here if he wants to play from below. Could even try and C4. We saw a good C4 last time. Could be helpful in stopping them from taking admin. But most importantly is for playing downstairs, like you're going to see him do. Because guarding from archives is the safer play, so you can C4 someone from below when they try and plant it. Tellers, unless they plant on the furniture, then you got to kind of lob it up through the hole to be able to catch them, but that's certainly not hard to do. You're going to practice that ahead of time. As there are limited spots you can vault up onto. Jammer's doing a little bit of work, but not enough to stop Cyber. They are probably going to take admin here within the next 30 seconds, or if not, that's poor time management.
Yeah, you got to confirm that there's nobody watching by the sort of machine. And, well, you don't want to do what MIBR were doing in the last game, which is trying to push onto a site with no information and just thinking like, hey, it seems like there's nobody on the site. Let's just push
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Literally falling in the trap of the defenders. Was there a bullet hole there being set up in the printer? It doesn't matter, but
There's so many lately.
yeah, honestly.
Drone has located a bomb.
On their own. But as you said, does bring the bulletproof camera, and yeah, it is something that gives you a oh boy. Oh no!
It's away.
Why make the bullet hole?
Your drone has found a bomb.
Alamar was gonna find Novis on his own, actually roaming that sledge. He hears him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
10 seconds to
Still made the
insertion.
right choice. It's fine. At the end of the day, got killed, took no damage.
5 seconds to insertion.
The Zofia is up close as well, and he's watching the wrong entry.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
You know, a lot of times you don't want to pick the same side that you stuff to go on. But I think it does just smartly look at his angle and eventually Bolt's going to get just bored of holding the angle and either going to push Doug to get killed or just continue to push further and deeper into the map, which is what he's slowly doing here. See his pre-play C4 hits, just waiting for the right time to trigger it. You've got probably at least 3, if not 4 C4s available from this team. That is a good lineup for this particular round.
Well, DNS is going to listen for the call for that right now. The Zofia is not good. Actually, yeah, he did get pressed. He just didn't know where again. The Zofia just ran away. Outsword makes his position good.
Reach charging position.
MIBR are making a massive mistake here. Little time. Double kill for VNX's bullet. Finally takes down Alamao, but it's a bit too late. Duds finally collects that last kill. The fact that the Legion stayed in admin and
Don't worry, I'm going in.
for so gosh darn long.
I mean,
Black
one thing right now that this Tiger might be, and I feel like lost. They just look lost. Like, maybe the GPS is broken. They don't know where they're going. They don't know where any of the defenders are. I know there's new channels, but and the bosses, but are they just not finding ways around those? Because the droning was horrendous. They just, like you said, they hung out in break room up there in admin for so long. We'll see possibly Goyo strat here. Console office, you know how that excites me. Six picking off. Nice.
Welcome to yet another stage of Emzo's life, where he just sits there and rewatches.
There's the shield this time. And what's interesting is Lightning has actually been using Goyo quite a bit. A lot of times.
Talk to me about it. I know you wanted to
Well,
talk.
the interesting thing to me is a lot of times they're not using it so much for area denial, they're using it for angles. To be able to play behind certain positions a little more secure, sometimes in a little bit more open positions than you normally would, to give them that extra bit of peak ability, especially in a region where defenders are very aggressive a lot of times. Sometimes they
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
And we also don't see a lot of Latin American teams heavily concerned with destroying. So that becomes less risky from what I've seen in this region. Of course, that's broad generalization. But it's an interesting trend. See, a lot of the debate about Goyo and why he was so overpowered is that you have to expend so much utility to clear those shields. Well, we're just not seeing that same dynamic in this region. So they're bringing it to have 3 extra shields. Sometimes, and often, the smoke will bring one as well to have that 4th shield.
The funny thing is, if you rewatch some of the games in LATAM so far, you'll be able to tell that a lot of the strategy revolves around taking gunfights.
Yeah.
And a lot of players will forget that they even have utility. Like Zofia won't use her utility until the last 15 seconds of a round in a 1v4.
I mean, let's be honest, the whole point of everything but guns in this game is to gain advantage when using your guns. Duds does so right there, though. Bullet, who was looking lost last round, not going to have a chance to even really get past spawn very far. Nice peek by Duds there out of the window of admin. And that's going to make them extra cautious coming in. Here, an air jab coming up. Hopefully that wasn't onto a window. It's more likely maybe the balcony. Because, yeah, on the window, as we've discussed before, not so useful.
Well, unfortunate start there for MIBR. You see the Nomad typing on
Yeah,
it.
probably was the balcony. I like that one there as well to cut off your flank. Rotate.
This year only
Secure the bombs.
position, and there you go. A second air jab will be set up. So that's all have been used. I wonder where the one was set. Was it on balcony?
I used repel near balcony at the angle they usually shoot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised.
This is watching. He's got smoke, so plenty to use as this round progresses. And right now, the entire pressure is going to go the way of yellow.
There's one of those shield smoke drops. Wall's done!
No, actually there are.
10 seconds to
This goes pretty effectively.
A lot of soft rolls as well. Something you also see a lot more in Latin America. Just a little bit less reinforcements, more soft rolls.
4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
You just have to be very aware of games to not expose yourself to them.
So, the charges went off. Outsword is opening up the windows to repel in.
Bring out the welcome mat.
I now have to clear off as much of that wall as possible. Here they get to again, and it will catch bits.
Welcome mat deployed.
Towards the 45-second mark, which we're looking for. But there's still a Goyo with a TCSG, and there's still alive. And the Goyo is running around. He's checking banana. There's nobody there. The Twitch which is right above. Oh, the mute perfectly done there by Alamao. Even though he was checked by the drone, VNX took some damage and actually stay alive. That's another drone. They're pre-placed correctly by MIBR. They're just not able to capitalize on their kill.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
Down, though, they're going to try and rotate the top of it, cut off mid-wall.
Enemy scan incoming. Starting the clock.
Beautifully done there. All of those Goyo shields are going to get popped this place against VNX. We talked about it so many times. A lot of times Goyo shields work against him. As the Nitro Cell sails above the VNX, will fall to the floor. I guess at this point it's a burial of the sea.
I mean, the important thing for MIBR that round is that they were able to get the territory they wanted on the piano side of things, and then just section the defenders off, get the plant down, and just keep the Goyo shield against them. A lot of that helped, though, getting the pick on the smoke, because his job was going to be defending the sites. Like, there's a lot of the other members of IGZ
Enemy drone is moving into position for scan.
and they just cut off their rotations. You know, the air jabs were there because we saw those being placed. And just a good play on that side of the map to completely isolate the attempted takeback. We saw the vault over the shield get cut off as he tried to rotate back to fight it as well, because Connector then became a death trap. They weren't going to be able to rotate
Friendly,
across
last operator standing.
the yellow stairs was guarded. Unless the defenders learn how to repel, there's not really a lot of ways for them to get over the side at that point. So, well done by MIBR on the good execute there, despite poor joining the previous rounds. There wasn't
Ash on ping.
new Mozzie combo to be able to slow them down that time. And I think they took advantage of that. We'll see how Garage goes though. They dominated on the first time.
Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
It looks like pretty much the same lineup as he's at it. Just really stepping up a little bit how they attacked this last time. Saw a little bit of desperation and time, as we mentioned. Also, maybe saving some utility to clear that bulletproof camera, making sure the ADSs are clear first so you don't have, say, a nade or a lifeline get snatched trying to do so. Because you definitely want that cleared early, get the garage door open early if you can. Just make sure you can get into the garage without being spotted immediately. On the upside, there isn't just smoke to stop you, but there's certainly C4 to be thrown at you. And that's the big concern, is if they can spot you with that camera, they can't huck that C4 over. And that's, it's interesting though that we're not always seeing Maestro. We saw him last round, but we're not seeing him for Garage. We just say, oh, well, we got a bulletproof camera. We don't really need Maestro because we only really
Too
need to see
real
one
for
thing, and that's
me IRL right there. Woo.
got the buck coming in again. He's gonna push Duds all the way down Spiral to rotate possibly the lower Spiral. He wants to take charge of his break room. Now, like, break room has been.
He just comes in and is like, okay, I know this Legion isn't here now. I just want to make sure. Okay, this is just like to be mentally calm.
Well, I hope they weren't going to try and vault through that hole. It's a little bit of a sloppy hole, but it works. Taking out one of the Valkyrie Black Eyes as well. You see VNX on one of them right there. So you know at least one Black Eye still up.
Secure the bombs.
That was on the surface there.
Setting coma back here. Activating camera.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Plan your defense accordingly.
Yeah, and you don't just maybe block something like that can be on that camera.
So INTZ right now are sitting pretty. We are at the half round mark. And yet again, the Legion will be going for his bulletproof camera. I always love seeing where those cameras
10 seconds to insertion.
New camera feed up and running.
There's no reason. There you
5
go.
seconds.
He's going to get shot down. The blue lines already been set up, but the one.
Heading to
Op 4 has located a bomb.
I said, what do you do?
just a little further.
Unfortunately, that forces him to use all of his utility.
He used the wrong utility. He probably should have tested it first before the stuns. But now that camera is possible to stay up. But if you have the nades that you still use, I believe from Cyber, if that's the case, it might be able to clear. But we saw how Lazy was trying to clear it last time. And he's on that position. Cyber now can't, so it's definitely not going to have a job. It's likely still.
Did Elmo always be in this position in back him, or did he just get up to the leader? No, it's my bit fortunate.
I don't think
Tango located! First floor!
I just keep playing and they just...
There's 5 seconds for me. Those would have been great to clear the ADSs, but but unfortunately he lost 2 teammates right now. Drunks and Nalamau. He's taking a lot of damage from the walks on in. so he's taking a hit himself as he gets ready for the plant.
Oh, I like that even the box is stopping. It's probably like a pixel angle.
Op 4 last stop standing.
I like how you're holding the camera as well. Might not be able to
It's
Friendly's victorious.
There's no
Hostiles
way
eliminated.
this, and indeed, he is Alabao beautifully done. Staying in the bathroom, if he was there the entire time, that is completely MIBR's fault. Not clear.
Blackout.
GG, boys.
Because if you get towards the very, very end of the round,
Second.
they know you're going for a plant. It's very predictable at that point. Getting a plant to attempt down early is always useful to make sure you have some advantage and possibly surprise.
Look at me using all the tools my game provides.
Off on rotates that haven't rotated back to site yet. So I can understand taking advantage of that because someone like in bathroom technically can't help stop the plant. Problem is they lost too many people pushing up to that and they didn't have the manpower to fully cover the plant. You also saw the side effects of what you were talking about earlier, the Twitch F2 not having as much ammo. You saw him getting stuck in reloads and having to eventually switch to the Magnum just because he didn't get caught. It didn't really end up getting him killed right away, but it was certainly a problematic thing as he's trying to go and fragging out.
Here's the preparation now from INTZ in their lobby defense. It's very odd to see MIBR struggling in this, but
Yo,
Now there's all 4 sites for them now.
there's a rotation from INTZ.
what's up?
Really reformed. Same as MIBR.
That's pretty.
MIBR coming into the season, a lot of hype behind them, of course, having played so well in offline tournaments in the qualifier for 6th Invitational, which they are qualified for. They did win the Invitational quals for Latin America only a month or so ago. So, yeah, they're looking pretty. However, right now, they're a bit too slow.
I like how one of the newest members right now on the team is just, he's going off. He has really been, I think that's part of the reformed you're talking about as well. Like, their performance, you have the right chemistry, the right people, and it happens. See, they do have the Meister cams now, so they don't need the bulletproof cams. They got the mute, but no Mozzie, though. It's unfortunate just because we see how MIBR really struggle when they can't fully drone, but we also see them struggle when they can, so it's certainly possible either way here. Also, a lot of cams still up for INTZ, of course, because they're going to have the Black and Evil Eyes.
Now, by the way, he couldn't see M King through it, but still, it does look pretty when you're like, oh my god, please, can you shoot? And no, he can't actually do it. It doesn't do anything. Can't shoot through walls. It's not an operator in the game yet.
But as long as they're soft walls, you can. What are you talking about? Pulse has wall hacks.
No, but he can't shoot through.
God, can you remember when he gets fast switch?
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah, I know a lot of the old Pulse players, like, would love to have that back, but they won't.
Yeah.
Let's just be clear.
Well, Cyber again going to be the one to possibly take admin here. Very important to take admin, of course, as you have to fight down to the
Secure the area. Keep the bombs protected.
They're going to spawn one here that is going to be smoke.
He's going up from the west wall, so it seems like he wants to take this from his position.
Hello.
The grenade landed literally,
I think that's why they left.
but it didn't do anything to the smoke. So got it. The tunnel was a bit too slow to come in and confirm.
Setting down my +1.
Op 4 located a bomb. Protected.
Any ADSs that were set up. I assume that
Down
that's
to 10
the
seconds.
actually on yellow. Yellow is literally right below him.
5 seconds left.
Definitely MIBR needing to collapse.
Bomb location compromised. Op 4
They need to start getting a little bit more man advantage, and that's going to be the start of it taking out duds. A lot of barbed wire as well. You see that third set just in front. But Frank going down, uncontested here from as I say that, it's contested all right.
Alabama with one more onto making his clears the front door lobby. And that's the diffuser that is set on its own, and it will not be held for a while, but Bullet's going to make things a bit easier. Alabama's going to get taken down, the #1 player right now on INTZ. Both taking a lot of damage in the meantime.
Ready for
Is there
company.
somebody still upstairs? That's all. Nobody's going for the fight in bids. Shotgun beats the F2. This is Rock Paper Shotgun, basically. Cyber's ready for the play.
I gotta imagine he's gonna try Scout and Q in there too. We might see shotgun versus shotgun.
Exactly. And there's another grenade being lobbed, and there's another nitro cell. Invitz plays it well. Cyber shot in the face.
3K from the bathroom. MC4 and 2 shots. Just fantastic. Like, I'm sorry, but you cannot take piano and let you play back. And you see exactly why. Shotgun as well, so you see how hard they were trying to get him and how hard he was working to make sure he was just pivotal in stopping him from taking that round. Archives television last time here. They're really keeping him. CEO so far, or console stuff.
Reload!
The only one they lost so far. Archives television worked out before. They play a lot of C4 and it pays off. See if Bits goes to it. There we go. That's C4 off. So they will have, I believe, 3 available. And I think the most important one is the pulse. Because just being able to see exactly where you're hitting, we've seen before a lot of misses, trying to defend the C4 from below, just not hitting the right spot. If you don't hit the right spot, not only do you miss and waste an ammo, but you open up the floor that now can be used against you as well. Because now there's an opening vacancy pool, and shoot down to your right near where you're standing, as you're going to throw the C4 relatively straight up. So, how do Pulse do that? Making sure you get the fuser down first off. That's most important. You see the IDR though pretty much running the same lineup. It is a utility heavy lineup in terms of what they do.
You have entered an enemy controlled area. Leave now.
Nobby's has always been very good at Twitch, so I'm going to say he was the top guy for the team with that, so he's just using his gun loader, but the shot drone very helpful for also droning through.
I have a camera on A side. She's not there.
Okay for him.
Oh, okay. That's,
they are getting their utility.
I'm watching it. I can't delete the A entrance.
Like, for example, shooting the lifelines into ABSs. So I feel like the air gap at least are getting in good positions, but I don't know if we've heard a single one actually go off and stop the defender from rotating.
No, actually.
Barrel.
Yeah, that's still not doing anything.
I am not entirely sure because
Op 4,
sometimes
last operator standing.
things get changed silently in practice as well. So you have to test it after every patch to verify that.
I have to binge watch Roadmap videos again. That's usually what happens.
Well, I imagine Duds has a bullet cam in a good spot. He might even put it somewhere near the site, I would imagine.
Down to 15 seconds.
Like,
It would be interesting, but he forked it pretty quick.
10 seconds left.
I suppose, although Vince is actually taking a lot of damage. He really needs to stay alive here.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
In hitting these C4s off, as all 3 C4 players are underneath right now.
this actually is a great counter to nitro cells if you just push them from the front instead of just coming in and thinking that the top floor is clear. In the office, you just will get nitro celled from below.
You always wish you had the Thatcher as well to be able to hit the EMPs and stun Pulse, or at least his heartbeat sensor, so you can't use it. But Phoenix, the first to go, that's 1 C4 off the board. His cameras are still going to be up though, and those could be useful as well if Pulse is taken out to be able to spot him. But I don't see any black eyes in here. And that is again where you wish you had that IQ to be able to spot that. Not only that, but to spot the Pulse as well. So the IQ band actually working out really well for INTZ.
There's a lot of drones that are being taken out, so
shock drone as well right there.
Secure the bombs.
Well, MIBR would have to run into the line, which is definitely not something you want to do in this server area because of how tight it is. How about
Op 4 located the bomb.
Fortunately, the frag grenade was not complete.
Sending needle!
Not to any. Back for just a second, we'll take a bit of damage.
Located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
Sounds clear.
Loading new magazine!
2 downstairs like you see right now to push, and then 2 upstairs. But
Down to 10 seconds.
we need to decide which side we're going to push now.
5 seconds to insertion.
If he makes sure that nobody crosses and pressures
Op 4 is located.
then this
Ready to
round
engage.
is winnable for INTZ. MIBR will start walking slowly to the exit. Maybe we'll sail over and Port will find drugs. There's the future being set, but Fitz will find one player. Nitro Cell thrown up, but it will not be.
Throwing trap.
Okay, there you go. Still finds one kill, and Alaba with one more. Cyber's on his own. He pressures in. He finds one kill, but low and easy cleanup there. Solution. Round number 6 is INTZ, and they are running away with this first round.
Loading new mag!
5-1 here against a team that we know is quite good. This is very impressive for INTZ for this. I mean, obviously things switch a bit now, side switch, but this is very impressive from them. They were showing all 4 bomb sites only going to reach on 1. They just didn't play it again. And they continued to win all the other ones. Archives tell us twice in a match is not very tough, especially winning both those times. It's nice and done. We'll see how well they do on the attack. Obviously, they've seen some really defense potentially from their own side. Trying to take advantage of it and some of the mistakes the tactics. Their game is that they didn't see from IBR is garage, it is first. However, you can still use the bottom to get in. You just can't open up nearly as much in the garage. But realistically, if you use all three, you can open up a good van size hole. You can get through. You just don't get quite as much coverage on, say, like pipes, things like that. You'll make sure that you can get in quickly. However, the upside is they do have smoke from the jacket. They just have to deal with those nice neutralized first, which they likely can do with Zofia or grenades from the X. So they've got all the pieces they need to do to still make a garage attack work, depending on how well they want to run it.
That's a lot of ADS.
Yeah, he stinks.
We've seen this work out so well for INZ when they were on their defense, right?
Yeah.
Was it wrong?
I think it was. Oh, no, it was, yeah, no, I'm thinking the
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser
No,
activated.
that was Fitz. That was in the entry into the lobby, right? The fact that all of that actually happened, Nitro from above and Nitro from
Latin America is honestly the best region at throwing nitros because they would go smokeless on Oregon laundry and just throw nitros. And I feel like they just developed this region to not depend so heavily on smoke. And it's really benefited their C4 play.
close call for Cyber. Just tove down on the floor to make sure he doesn't get shot. I don't know who that was on the attacking side. Man, you got saved but well.
Yeah, that was one of those, that could have been just a lucky shot opening the door and just popping right in there.
Protect the bomb. Disable the diffuser. Op 4, last stop standing. If you remain in this zone, you will be detected by hostiles. The bomb was defused. Op 4 wins.
Still one drone gone. Now he doesn't know about MK's position there.
This is a great claymore. It's nigh impossible to destroy it basically, just because of the way all of those lasers are angled. So
Yeah, maybe you could do it with an impact if you hit just right.
yeah, but it really is complicated. That's for sure. And hey, that's the whole point, right? You got to make it extra complicated. By the time you use something, you got to have the utility for it to destroy it, etc. It's overall great, and it will help the Zofia be very comfortable and not have to worry about flanks except from those white service stairs. So that's something to watch for later on in the round, but right now the whole focus is on dealing with the mute, and because there's jammers everywhere,
Need to use your drone to locate a bomb.
Those are tough, and there's a lot of ADSs that we saw Cyber set up.
The upside is he does have, if he can clear those, he has those stuns on the lifeline. He can use to try and at least stun mute before he pushes in, but to be honest, this team really is just clear.
They can stun it and frag grenade, but Vix is going to find one kill on both. That's Maji taken away, and probably an SSO there, as you'd expect. There's a little time left. Turning it out, and there's the shot fire, and no, nothing connects it. And DNS.
Ten seconds to insertion.
Still, they go in, and it is going to win.
5 seconds before insertion.
Shotgun is definitely going to win this conversation.
Proceed to bomb's location and defuse it.
Take down Anakin with a foul by Cyber. These jumps on his own. He pushes around, takes a bit of damage to Jaeger. Has to stick to the cruiser, but NIR. They at least get one round out of this so far. It's their first one on defense. Now again, for a map overall, Consulate is definitely one of the most balanced maps out there. When it comes to slightly rate between the two teams. Maybe these two teams are just more comfortable.
I'm still going to credit that round, though, a lot to is the Amaru going to happen here? I got to imagine the 6 pick, but the mute boss is what I was going to credit that round to. Because denying their drone work so much, stopping the other height
Give it my brother agent and security.
Castle coming out there. Guess who loves Castle? He is so perfect. You think you're so safe and secure in those little windows, you're like, oh, I don't shoot for these. But guess what? A whole bunch of grenades can spawn from them.
What is this season, man?
That's an interesting one, that's for sure.
I mean, okay, can I be a bit real? And I really want you to tell me if I'm wrong or not on this, or if you agree or not. But Gridlock has so much utility, for example, right? She's slow, but her F90 is great, her 249 is great, she's got smoke, she's got the 3 tracks, and she's got a secondary shotgun. In comparison, he's awful. Well, 30 he's got.
No, but his gun is great, and if you can actually pull off what you're trying to do with the gun, what if you
got a tiny bit faster, so you can actually place it forward. You can place all 3 of your charges before popping them.
Like the Habana Skyros.
Basically. I think that mode at least played a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, that might actually end up overpowered, just because, you know, part of the counterbalance thing is being able to run away when you hear the sound go off. And you certainly wouldn't be able to do that if the entire room just being
I
red.
would learn. Imagine coastline kitchen. I would just alt that floor at that point.
Yeah, no, I like any enclosed rooms.
There you go. Listen to us for balance, of course.
Well, we'll see how it gets played out, though. He can, like I said, take advantage of his work. It's good if he even gets into tellers, just rain tellers down into archives. Not like would happen, and Fuse might not have been the play here, but actually, if they could take control of admin upstairs, they could at least clear utility if not knock players out of Visa. So it's not a bad strategy, but I don't know if they knew for sure what bomb they're going to be using it against, or whether or not it was placing 2 big past barricades. But that's going to be cleared by Sophia.
Cluster charge live.
Away with that shotgun.
Behind.
Hugzord as well, going to be the man to take the big risk of staying here in tellers, because tellers
Op
is
4
generally the
neutralized.
target.
Mission
More
successful.
Of the bomb sites to attack. As archives, you saw, give you a bit of a shooting gallery.
Yeah.
Push in there. There are some hatches you can drop as well, but that's pretty risky to do.
And we saw what it's like to drop hatches, right? You just
Yeah.
end up getting shot in the face.
Half the time mid-fall.
Pretty.
I love these angles where they use windows opened up from below to try and catch, especially upside down repellers.
Yeah. The barbed wire actually makes it way more difficult for the